Anime Vanguards. Welcome back. Welcome back to Anime Vanguards, guys. I love Anime Vanguards. Now, topic of today's video, Paragon. So you guys would already know that Paragon actually got reworked with this update 1. Very amazing update, very awesome, definitely not bug-filled garbage. Whoa. That's also unfinished. The update's unfinished because we still don't have a unit. So not only do we not have a unit, but it's also just there's just bugs on bugs on bugs. Anyway, Paragon. It's shit. The rework is complete fucking garbage. They've ruined the game mode. Not only is it not even worth it to do for the rewards, but it also is it's too difficult to even do for the average player. Now, some people would say like, for the average player, what would you mean by that? And I mean like people who have like their best like maybe ethereal or blitz or like even are lucky to have like some of those higher tier traits. Now, people with Monarch, you'd think, oh, Monarch, this guy would fucking slam it. By the way, look at that. Monarch Toji, 2.5k rerolls. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. And I ran a team of 3. So me and 2 other friends, and we each had a Monarch. I had Monarch Toji. One of my friends had Monarch, one of the new Battle Pass units, Mog Joyce, who's, by the way, don't tell the devs, but he's broken. He's chalked. And I'll explain why later. And we had also not so great Monarch, but it's an investment. Itadori, my friend had a Monarch Itadori 1,000 placement, so really cheap, and he starts off with his did at least 9,000 damage. So it's still a pretty good chunk of damage just for free off $1,000 placement. And it makes you wonder, so with a team like that, surely Paragon level 50, which I'm going to say 50 in particular because for a reason I'll refer to in the future, Paragon level 50, you'd think that'd be pretty easy with Monarchs. No. No, God, no. Paragon level 50 is practically, I feel like I'm in a fucking war zone every single level because of how fucking disgusting they have made the new rework scaling. It's just completely fucked. Before Paragon level 10, before this update, free. You could do it with no hands, no legs, no arms. You could be a fucking toddler and you could easily beat Paragon level 10. Now you kind of have to lock in, especially when you're playing solo. And you might think, is that a good thing? And I'm going to tell you straight away, no, it's not. Because the only reason you'd be doing Paragon is because you want gems, you want rewards. And the rewards aren't even worth it at level 10. You get like, what, 40 gems on the clear or 100 gems on the clear? Why would you even bother? Why would you bother exerting yourself for 100 gems? Because it's a long-term investment, because you want to get to a higher Paragon level. But a higher Paragon level, the scaling just gets so ridiculous that it's impossible. And because the actual game mode is RNG-based, good luck getting good RNG, buddy. Because sometimes you want to get shielded, because Toji insta-breaks shields and makes the whole shielded card just completely, it doesn't even exist. Good luck, because you're going to get a random dodge, or you're going to get a random fast, or you're going to get drowsy, or you're going to get some of these shit perks that you have to pick from. Perks, debuffs. They're fucking debuffs. They are not perks. And you have to pick from them. That's just silly. And because of the game mode, because every single level you pick between 3 different cards, the chances of getting something good might be all right. You might get shielded a couple times in a row, or you might not. But there's also a chance you might just get a threesome of complete garbage that you have to pick. Because say you're on Paragon level 20 and you get a shit one, and you're like, oh man, I don't even think this is possible. I might just have to reset. You're gonna have to pick 20 cards again and hope you get better RNG. You have to pick through 20. Not just pick the 20th one again. No, you start from the start and you pick 20 again. It makes sense, but because of now how fucking difficult it is, it's unheard of. Now, I've actually structured this video. I've written some talking points instead of a script, just so I don't get completely off track. So I've covered Paragon being too difficult. Obviously, resets, you get to level 10 and you're like, oh damn, I can't continue because I've got fast drowsy dodge. I don't really want to grief the run so early. Maybe the later ones you might want to pick dodge or something. But at the end of the day, like, you just have to get lucky. That's all it is. So we'll cross that out. We'll cross that out because it's just reset. By the way, the run that I got level 50 on, the run that I got level 50 on was this. This was my run with 2 other people. We had 6 strongs, which is it's a decent amount. It's not terrible, but it's not none either. 2 dodges, so an 8% dodge chance, an almost 1 in 10 chance for an enemy to literally just not get hit by your attack, which doesn't sound like much, but when you think about it, there's a lot of enemies and there are a lot of attacks going on. And one of those attacks could be a Choso, a bleed proc, or a Toji shield break, or a freeze, or a stun, or a whatever, right? So you just got to think about it. 29 shielded, which is what I would consider genuinely god tier RNG. This was insanely lucky because this is basically nothing. We basically don't have this because Toji instantly removes shields. Instead of having to break through 29 shields, Toji breaks it once and gets rid of all of them. So Toji's a fucking beast for this, right? And then we had obviously 13 regens. Regen is also one of those ones that gets what's the word? It's just easy to deal with because bleed obviously cancels regen. So you just bring Choso and he's fully aware. You place him around the map, and then obviously for the first one, we picked mini bosses. So every 6 waves, mini bosses appear on the stage, and we were on planet Namek, as you can see the Senzu Bean. So it'd be either between Vegeta, Dodoria, Zarbon, Ginyu, or Frieza. I don't know if I'm missing any there. I think that's all of them. And in the later waves, if you got a bad mini boss RNG, if you got Ginyu on like Paragon level 40, you just lose, bro. You just straight up lose because there's just too much going on. You have to tank a replay and reset because obviously the bosses are random every single time you replay. So you just have to pray that you get someone like Vegeta who doesn't do anything at all except just runs across the map, which is just fucking, it's just shit designed. Wow, for the rewards, it's just not worth it at all. Anyway, and the reason why you'd even want to be doing Paragon, so the reason before was for gems, because you'd hit Paragon level 100 and you get a lot of gems pretty easily. But now, not only is it not worth it, like I mentioned before, but now there's another reason to do it. A thing introduced with Update 1, the best Anime Vanguards update, the most high quality update ever. Unit achievements. So there's only 3 of them at the moment. We have one for Igris, one for Alucard, which is pretty funny, and one for Sasuke. Now, some of these are pretty easy. Ascend, as long as you have gems, which are easily farmable now. If you have the gems, if you have the luck to get the unit, you can easily do this. Boss event right now, you can't do this at the moment because there's obviously not a boss event you can clear. But when that comes into the game, you'll be able to do this. Killing 100 bosses, it's still pretty easy. Evolve, piss take. Clear Paragon level 50 with this unit. And by the way, we'll keep going for now. We'll come back to it. Clear 50 stages, any stage, with this unit. And takedowns. Takedowns is very easy. And now you might be wondering, 400 takedowns and 41 stage clears, how does that work? Well, you don't actually... The unit you have to run is the unevolved unit. Even though there's an evolved one right here. This is tested, but I've tested this myself. I'm not some Anime Vanguards tester who barely does his job and lets an update drop full of 1,000 different bugs that can affect the game in a negative way. Before I make something, I want to test it. And yes, it has to be an unevolved Sasuke. It has to be not that one. It has to be an unevolved Igris. And I don't know if that's the same for level 50. But now, back to level 50. You have to, assuming you don't get to level 50 all in one go, and you're not running an unevolved version of Igris and Sasuke all in one go, you would have to get the most god tier RNG to pick through 50 different set of three debuff cards, and then you have to beat level 50, which is already a challenge, by the way, with this unevolved unit on your team. Basically a fucking an anchor, right? An anchor that does nothing, that serves no purpose. Which is just like, even though this is not even completable right now, because you can't do the boss event, why is it the unevolved version? Is this a bug? Was this a mistake? Because why is this not the evolved version? It's stupid. Who's keeping these guys unevolved unless you have multiple copies of them like I would? And it just brings me to say, like, we reworked Paragon, made it basically impossible for the average player, and added these unit achievements that are still You can't do them either. By the way, another thing in this update that gets added and it's still, you just can't do it. Like, what? I don't understand the point of dropping this update and then leaving fucking half the content behind. Another update 1.5. Sorry guys, it's been another delay. All the massive quality for these updates, we just have to keep. We're working really hard. It's fucking silly. And now for the final point, although it was the second final point on the document of this video. And you might wonder, boss only gets hit by stun, freeze, burn, bleed, etc. It's seemingly random. What could that possibly mean? Despite it's pretty obvious what it means. If you look at these this evidence really quickly, you can see that we're waiting for CC
perhaps
with Julius, which, by the way, I'll just quickly mention, this guy is secret fucking god. Freeze and legit 5k DPS with no trait. With Monarch, he's even crazier. But mainly the freeze is crazy. So we have a Julius targeting this guy, we have a Crocodile targeting this guy, and we have a Killua targeting this guy. Killua won't really count because it is an RNG stun. You do have to get actually lucky for it to proc. But
no, he just doesn't feel like it today.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, he lost regen.
So we just watched that, and where was what with all these CCs? Why wasn't he getting stunned? And now I'm pretty sure as soon as he transforms, did I clip it? I didn't clip it. It's okay. But as soon as he transforms, we did actually start getting CC sometimes, not even all the time. So it's not even like, oh, he's not getting CC'd because the first phase of the boss can't actually get stunned. No, that's not the case, because when we have him spawn for the very first time around here, we time the Gojo time stop, which is also another form of CC, and it actually hits him. And then, so that can hit him, but then when he's already down here and we have 14 different types of CCs targeting him, why is he not getting stunned? So let's just watch over this clip as well. So we have, again, Julius, Crocodile, Killua, all of these units, and for some reason nothing is proccing. So now we're gonna hit, we hit a time stop, I think, right here, yep, and he stops moving. And did he stop moving right here because he got time stopped? Or because he transformed? I'm pretty sure it's because he transformed. And now he's walking around, and he's still, even if the theory of the full power form, you can't get CC'd. Where's the icon? He's not being slowed. He's not being stunned. He's not being frozen. What's happening? And the reason why this is happening is because this game is just such a fucking buggy mess, and it has been with the CCs since literally release, and just that it's baffling to me. Let's just think about it this way: a tower defense game where basically the only mechanics that actually require brain power or matter is stun, like knowing how to do where to place stuns, timing the stuns, etc. It doesn't even work in this game. It's inconsistent, and it hasn't since launch. Unless I'm a fucking idiot and there's something and someone knows why this happens for like an actual reason, let me know in the comments, because like I said, it genuinely seems random. Sometimes full power gets stunned, sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes final form gets stunned, sometimes he doesn't. Why? It doesn't indicate any cooldown on top of it, on top of the boss, and that might be a bug itself. So to close this video out, Paragon needs to be changed again, probably reverted, just with the strength bug fix, because it's to a point where it's impossible. These developers, you as a player, you can't keep. I see some people even defending these devs, like saying, "Oh, they work really hard to give us the updates, guys." You literally, you're thanking, or you're being grateful for something that these guys are literally paid to do. If this was a passion project they're doing for free, I'd agree. But there's money involved. You're paying them. You're basically paying them, whether it be through purchasing trait reels or through premium payouts. Just by playing their game, you're giving these guys money, and these guys are dropping these updates untested, unfinished. Most of all, no Itadori. Can't even claim that. Why add unit achievements when you can't even do it? So you can get an early start on them, I guess. But what's the point? what's the point? It just seems silly. Just have everything finished and drop it. You delayed the update so much only for it to become unfinished with these bugs still in the game, like the CC bug. How is that even a thing? Anyway, it's something needs to be done, and it's just ridiculous. But at the end of the day, on a more positive note, I'd like to thank everyone who DM'd me about the Gintama opening, asking to see it. I didn't expect there to be so many people that actually wanted to see it after my video got taken down for copyright. So that really made me happy. But I'm not sure when the next video will be. I barely even pushed this one out, to be honest. I'm not really. There's just really not much going on. I'm waiting for the second part. Funnily enough, of this update where they actually add some of the content that was should have been even in the first part that wasn't. But anyway, I will see you guys next time.